People in Hollow Creek still talk about the night the phone rang at 2:13 a.m., the night the town realized they had been living beside a monster for years without ever noticing, the night a mystery so twisted unfolded that even seasoned detectives refused to work alone afterward. It all began with a single chilling recording left on the sheriff's voicemail, a woman's trembling whisper saying, "He isn't who you think he is, and I think he knows I found the room." By the time Sheriff Cole Maddox arrived at the edge of the old mill property, the sky was turning gray, the mist still hugging the ground like it was hiding secrets of its own. The caller was nowhere to be found, but her abandoned car sat in the middle of the road with the headlights still on, the driver's door wide open, and her phone lying on the asphalt displaying the same address she had tried to type into a search bar moments before disappearing. Cole had investigated dozens of cases, but something about this one felt different, more deliberate, more calculated, more malevolent. When he stepped into the mill, the silence was thick, and every footstep echoed like a warning. Inside the basement, he discovered a disturbing collection of items arranged with obsessive precision: old driver's licenses, missing person flyers from different states, newspaper clippings sealed in plastic, Polaroids of terrified faces, and a wall-sized board with dates and locations connected by thin red strings. But the most horrifying thing wasn't the evidence, it was the fact that every victim looked ordinary, unconnected, and most chilling of all, smiling in their final photos. Whoever the killer was, he had been documenting his victims for nearly 15 years, staging each image like a twisted scrapbook. Cole quickly realized this wasn't the work of someone impulsive, this was someone who planned every detail, someone who enjoyed the process, someone who wanted to be found but only when he decided it was time. The deeper Cole searched, the more he uncovered a pattern hidden in plain sight. Each victim had once visited Hollow Creek, even if just for a few hours, passing through on vacation, stopping for gas, or attending an event. They had all been photographed at the same small-town diner, always by a stranger who offered to take a nice picture for them. That stranger was smiling in every reflection captured in the windows behind them. Cole's blood ran cold when he saw the face clearly for the first time. A young, friendly-looking man named Avery Holt. Avery had volunteered at community fairs, helped old ladies carry their groceries, and even led the town's charity drives. He was polite, charming, helpful, and completely invisible because everyone loved him. But Avery had vanished 3 weeks before the first clue ever surfaced. As Cole followed the timeline Avery had meticulously left behind, he discovered hidden symbols embedded in the Polaroids, tiny marks that matched old native trail signs meaning, "turn back," "danger," or "wrong way." It was as if Avery was mocking the people trying to catch him, leaving hints just subtle enough to be overlooked but obvious enough to be found when it was too late. Then came the most twisted part. The missing caller from the voicemail, the woman who said she found the room, was later identified as Avery's own foster sister, Lily. She had tried to expose him after discovering journals filled with drawings of his victims long before he ever harmed them. Her disappearance wasn't random. Avery had been preparing for it. Cole eventually found a USB drive taped behind a loose brick inside the mill. The drive contained one video file. The footage showed Avery sitting calmly in a chair, smiling at the camera, saying, "You've been looking at the wrong timeline. I didn't choose them, they chose me. And if you're watching this, then I chose you too." At that moment, Cole felt a chill like hands wrapping around his spine. In the background of the video, Lily could be heard sobbing, calling his name, but the camera never revealed her location. Then the most haunting revelation appeared, a map with the next location circled, Cole's own childhood home. But when officers rushed there, the house was undisturbed, no signs of force, no messages, nothing except a single Polaroid placed on the kitchen table showing Cole himself standing in the mill that morning, meaning Avery had been inside the mill watching Cole from the shadows the entire time. That was the last confirmed sighting of Avery Holt. He vanished after that, leaving the world with a case so twisted, so psychologically disturbing, and so calculated that experts still debate whether Avery wanted to be caught or wanted to create the perfect unsolvable game. The case remains open, the victims' faces forever frozen in their final smiles, and Hollow Creek lives with the fear that one day, Avery may return to finish the story he began, because people don't fear the unknown, they fear the person they never suspect.